Well, this morning, 1 year after Hurricane Helene, the city of St. Pete is taking major measures ahead of the next big storm and still repairing in the aftermath of last season.
Yeah, St. Pete City Council approved a new budget with a big focus on resilience and infrastructure. Joining us live, 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Nick Valturo breaking down what's in it and why the timing really matters here. Good morning, Nick.
Yeah, Jameson, Caitlin, good morning. It's incredible to think we are 1 year from when Hurricane Helene made landfall, and 11 days later, we of course had to deal with Hurricane Milton. And there were so many homes in St. Pete, so many homes in the area that were inundated with flooding, so much devastation. So many people had to move out of their homes. Some people are still living in hotels waiting for that damage to be repaired. So even though the St. Pete budget tops $1 billion, it's really what's inside it that has neighbors talking, because this is something that focuses not only on storm preps, but also on recovery for after the next storm hits. Now, just hours before the anniversary of Hurricane Helene, St. Pete City Council signed off on a new budget. The $1.1 billion plan includes a $202 million capital push, funding projects to protect the environment and strengthen infrastructure. Now, Public Works, it gets a major boost too, with $353 million to maintain assets and prep for future storms. Now, the mayor says it's about resilience, but for neighbors still rebuilding, it's about results and having safeguards in place for the next disaster.
We cannot stop the tide. It's going to come in, a tidal surge, but we can be ready when the tide goes out. And that's where I think we can get better. We can get better about picking up the rubbish. We can get better about coming in and actually feeding the people that are still here. And we can get better about the permitting in the city. We need to be ready for when the storm leaves.
Now, the budget also drew comments on transportation, safety, and of course, crime reduction. But for the neighbors in those flood-prone areas, the message was really clear. It's not just about strengthening for storm protection. It's really making sure those improvements are intact for the future. And speaking of the 1 year anniversary, there's neighborhoods like Shore Acres that'll be holding a commemoration later tonight. Indian Rocks Beach will also be doing something this weekend, really celebrating and memorizing what happened during Hurricane Helene and making sure we're ready for when that next storm hits. For right now, reporting live in St. Pete, Nick Valturo, 10 Tampa Bay News.